Back to See You in the AM. We're here for our Q&A day Tuesday. Going to answer a question that came from one of our viewers. But before we do so, I just want to take an opportunity to share, which I think a lot of people maybe are aware of already, but wanted to, of course, let everybody know. We just announced yesterday that I'll be starting a different kind of a broadcast. I'm doing a live broadcast once a week on Thursdays. I'm doing it from my personal page, which is under my name, Ari Greenbaum. You could find the link for that on the company page, Creating Closers, where you see these videos at. And see the event there as well, so you can go ahead and get all the info and details that you would need. But I do encourage you to join us. It's going to be a weekly session, roughly running an hour. There's going to be an idea or two that I'll be leading a discussion with, but the main purpose of it is to allow people to engage with whatever questions you like. Now, again, we'll do our best to get to the questions that are being posted, again, just see what comes with it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm eager to interact with people, not just do these recorded videos, but also a live interactive video that people are very aware of, and I'm excited to be able to share that with you guys. So definitely check that out. You can go on my page. In order to be notified about it, you would need to follow my page, not just be a fan of Creating Closers, but also a fan of myself, and you'll be getting notified for that. So go ahead. Give it a like, and we'll be with you on Thursday morning, and that'll just be myself. Thursday afternoon. That's at 2:45, 2:45 to roughly 3:45 Eastern. So, again, join us, and I'm looking forward to having you guys there. Now, come prepared as well. Come with some questions. Get ready to have some fun. Today, I want to focus on a question that is a very common question from people, and it's, most people would say that this is a question that is sounding very elementary, very basic, very entry level, but I would argue, because there's tons and tons of people that also, I don't want to say suffer, but definitely are lacking in their ability to deal with what this person is asking. This question came from Louis B., and he said very simply, how do you deal with the no's and rejection? Now, again, I know entry-level sales, that's one of the top questions that people have. How do you deal with all the rejection, the constant beating that you take in the sales world? So, as I mentioned a moment ago, this is something that's not just unique to an entry position, someone that is new in the sales world, but everybody encounters it. I don't care how good you are going to be getting no's, and you are definitely going to still get some rejection, less if you are better at what you're doing, but you're always going to encounter rejection. Now, no's all talk about differently than rejection. Rejection is where the person has said no and the game is over at that point. Not by your own choice, of course, like you've heard me say before, but where they've walked away from the deal, hung up the phone, etc. A no, though, is part of the selling process. So let's address both, and then we'll address it individually. Now, again, I look at both of these things as challenges. Now, it's like any challenge. I mean, you could look at a challenge in either way. They could either be pain in the butt, something you need to overcome, or it could be something that is fun and enjoyable, as you could use the word challenge. It's challenging, it's exciting, it's an opportunity. So it's all about the mindset of how you're looking at these things. Now, you also need to keep in mind that there's a reason that people are saying no, to address the no part of it. They're saying no because of either one of two things. Either you have not clearly defined for them how this product or this service, whatever it is you're selling, is going to benefit them, or you have said it or made it clear and they just haven't heard it. So all it means is it's another challenge. So you have to find another way to get them to say yes. The other aspect of it is perhaps you really haven't identified the real core issue. So it's another challenge to figure out what the real issue is, address it, and overcome it. Nothing that is impossible, but again, something that is a challenge. And if you look at it with a positive mindset, you're more likely to succeed with that. Now, rejection, like someone walking away from a deal and it's a game over, like we said, that's also a challenge. Now, it's a challenge, though, in a different way, because again, they're away. You can't now get them to say yes, and maybe in a follow-up down the road. But again, at that moment, that's not happening. So how do you deal with that kind of rejection is what I understood Lewis's question to be. And again, this is the time where I talk about doing self-analysis. What did I do well? What do I need to work on? Because again, they're saying no and they walked away for a reason. So there's always something we can do analysis of, grow from, and be better the next time. And that's the challenge. Did we learn from our experience, or did we not learn anything, and then we're doomed to repeat the same mistakes we made. Now, again, if we're growing from them, they're not mistakes. They're just opportunities for us to continue to grow. That's positive improvement. And if you're using that rejection or using, quote unquote, the failure to grow, then it's always going to be a positive. So hopefully that gives you a nice answer, Lewis. And again, bottom line is in sales, you got to have thick skin. It's just the nature of the business, but hopefully what I've just given you some more insight will help you in terms of really growing from it and overcoming these things in the near future, if not already. Let's wrap things up with a quote. We're going to do a quote from Robert Kiyosaki, very popular these days, but he says, "Failure defeats losers, but inspires winners." So again, just like we said, everything's a choice. So you could choose for it to defeat you, or you could choose for it to inspire you. So again, I'm hoping that I'm inspiring you to success. Let's have a successful day, a great day. I'll look forward to tomorrow. See you in the AM.